guys, welcome back to Kuma Reviews. As promised, we're just going full steam ahead with the Brave train here. So now we've got Fire Dagwon from Command of Braves Dagwon. This is a Sentinel product under the Metamor-Force toy line. So here you see basically Fire Dagwon. It's Fire N plus Fire Jumbo. They've combined, or I guess merged with each other with all that cartoon magic. Turned it from a jumbo jet into its robot form, so it's already transformed here. We're going to go over both modes, so no worries there. All right, in terms of accessories, so let's go ahead, zoom in there, focus. All right, Leo sword. This is a dagger that extends from, you can see it over here, his right forearm. Fire ladder, I believe that's it, yeah. Fire ladder, an attachment piece for the jumbo mode, the jet mode, additional hands. They're all for holding the Leo sword. One's like kind of a slanted, angled hand, and the other are articulated fingers, holds it straight up, but it has a peg inside for it to grasp better and stuff like that. We'll take a look at those. And then two versions of Fire In. All right. One is the Fire Stratus. Well, they're both Fire Stratos, but one is just Fire Stratos non-transforming. The other is when it merges with Dag Fire and can become its own robot mode. So it's almost like a Russian nesting doll of, instead of actually going inside like the toys do, but in the cartoon is kind of like a merge into merge into merge. Yeah. I explained more of it in the Power Dagwon review. I don't really want to ramble and try to take 50 episodes of convoluted Super Sentai mixed with Transformers Master Force beautiful nonsense into like a 2-minute spiel or whatever. I would just say watch it. It's really cool. It mixes a lot of tropes from different types of series and stuff like that. I think it's one of the most versatile Brave series out there. So again, Command of Braves, Dagwon. All right. So let's go ahead and get started on looking at the product itself. We'll start with the Fire Stratus because I want to show you guys the transformation, Dag Fire. Then we'll go into the Jumbo mode, and then I say finish it off with the bot mode, Fire Dagwon. Okay, so Fire Stratus comes with two of them. One is transforming, one is non-transforming. Technically, when it's transformed, it's merged with Dag Fire, who is in his like Super Sentai suit. And then it has the ability to become a robot. This is my first time actually transforming this thing, so let's take a look. It looks pretty simplistic. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, doing just fine. So there he is. Can we stand him up though? Maybe we're not doing just fine. Alright, so there's that. Let's take a look at the measurements. Let's actually bring the camera down so we're more straight on with it. Alright, height forward in bot mode. It's just under 1 inch tall. That's what I have. Alright, now in terms of articulation, let's check it out, see if it has any. Arms don't move. They're in and out. No movement at the elbow either. Is there? It looks like there's a split. Nope. There's not actually a split there, so arms are straight. Legs, there's hip skirts in the front, so they don't kick forward. There's some backwards kick. The knees do bend, but that's mostly because of the transformation, or 100% because of the transformation. And that's it. The version of Dagfire that comes with Power Dagwon, as you guys saw, has the actual articulation, but it loses the transformation there as well. So I want to show you guys something with these two. You can choose whether it's the non-transforming or the transforming Fire Stratus, and to kind of replicate the merger with Fire Dagwon, you can take it out And from there, I believe you do it like this. Place it inside of the chest, and boom. And both the transforming and non-transforming Fire Stratus are the same size for that particular reason. Okay, and taking a quick look at Fire Jumbo here. Alright, so in the back here, if you look through the thrusters, I guess you would consider these, but you have Fire Ladder as well as Fire Rescue, and we'll get those taken out in a second, but yeah. And the alt mode here is just something else, okay? So, I'm not going to take the adapter piece out of the back here because it really doesn't do anything for it aesthetically if it's in there or not. But flipping out, this is the first time I've had any sort of issue. There we go, push from the bottom. That. And just an FYI, these wheels do not roll. Don't expect them to roll. Not that I'm seeing. Nope, just wanted to make sure that they do not roll, okay? So there are two in the back. All right, 1, 2. And then, oops, not that. I'm trying to find, there we go. It's like I knew it was a chest, but, okay, there's that. And once you get that out, 2 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Put the camera down. Give you guys a rotation here. Alright. And you know, looking at this, I need to get one of those remote control turnstiles too. Why not? Okay. So there's that. And again, Fire Ladder, Fire Rescue. Just close it. Make sure that we have room for this to come out. Okay, 1, 2. Alright, cool. Make sure that everything's proper. 2. Alright. So, looking at the 2 miniature vehicles. So, again, Fire Jumbo auxiliary mecha, but it has 2 vehicles here that are also able to be controlled by in however he controls them. So, Fire Ladder. The ladder does actually. This is the first time I've. Alright, I was like, what the heck? Alright. Has the extended ladder piece there. And then there's no gimmick for rescue. I don't want to say just an ambulance, because ambulances are pretty cool, as well as fire vehicles and those who occupy them. Rescue personnel, first responders. Kind of have a fondness, bias toward them. So, yeah. And there we go. Fire Jumbo. Fire Ladder. Fire Rescue. And these 2 actually become the forearms as well as the hands when it becomes Fire Dagwon. Okay, and a similar shot to what you saw in the Power Dagwon review. Here's Fire Jumbo as well as Fire Shovel next to each other. No rolling wheels or anything like that. No mechanical gimmicks on Fire jumbo, so I feel comfortable just having this steel shot here. No need to really rotate them or anything like that. Yeah. Alright, so now we've got everything merged, everything transformed, and we have Fire Dagwon. Taking a look at this piece, it's hard to, at times, believe that it has the articulation it does because of the aesthetic, man. This reminds me of the Super Robot Chogokin line from, Bandai, which was a miniature non-transforming Super Robot line. Pretty good on articulation. In fact, I'd say it's well above average, especially for the time and stuff. And this reminds me of that just because of the kind of lack of detailing, greebling, things like that. Anything that's unnecessary is just not there. It really looks like a high-end drawing of the cartoon, frame from the cartoon, jumped out of the TV onto your shelf. I love that aesthetic, man. I hate when companies do too much. Now, looking at the articulation, I love that. I love that for me. So, putting the head back on. There is a swing joint here just because of the transformation, but the head has some upward and downward movement. I believe it's on a ball joint. I haven't popped it off to see, but it acts like it. 360, and it's got some like left-right tilt, not much. When it comes to the upwards movement, downwards, it's actually not bad, and then the upwards is actually great, but then downwards, when you're assisted by that especially, it's cool when you're somebody like me who likes some more, pelvic thrust, Obari, heroic, nonsense. I'll call it that. I can call it that. I can make fun of myself. You guys don't get to. So there's that. All right. So, in terms of the shoulders, this hinge of its own, shoulder pads, and then rotation. All right, 360 at the bicep. All right. So there's an elbow joint there as well as an elbow joint inside of both Fire Ladder and Fire Rescue. So double jointed elbows, all right, as you can see there. Rotation at the forearm as well. And then wrists, ball joints, so there's some inward and outward rock just because there's some space between the ball joint and the fist, but then no articulation at the fist. It does come with those articulated hands though that we'll look at in a second. Waist, it does have sideways rock here at the bottom. In terms of swing, I think it, like by default, it probably has 360, but because of the hips, or the front skirts actually, I guess they're all hip skirts, but the front skirts, it blocks it at about 45 degrees, okay? So, back bend, ab crunch, and the head doesn't pop off by itself or anything like that. It's because of the way that I'm handling the figure and trying to maneuver, having the camera in front of me. No excuses, but just know that's a me thing, not a toy thing. All right. Hip skirts. Fronts move way out. Sides move moderately up. Back moves so little that I don't understand why they really come back in the first place, but I guess it's good enough for like heroic poses. Front, back, swing. All right. Because of the shape of the thigh, no 360 at the thigh. Big old die-cast joints here. If it wasn't stated, this is a die-cast product. Die-cast mostly in the frame. Okay, there's that. And then swing, front, or rock, ankle tilt. There we go, ankle tilt. Front and back separate. And then front of the foot moves up and down, okay? And remember that because when it comes to planting the foot, you're gonna have to do the front part of the foot and the ankle separately, which isn't bad, but something to think about. And even more so when you get it combined between the two of them into that Super Fire Dagwon. All right. Now I said we were going to look at the articulated hands, their ball joints, so these pop out. Pop out. Pop in. Pop in. Okay. Let's take a look at one of the hands here. Thumb, articulation, in and out. Then 2 more joints, each of the fingers. Not only multiple joints at the fingers, but they spread. Please normalize this, every toy company, not just Sentinel. Every toy company, just do this. It looks so much better, makes so much more sense. Make them spread. Okay? No, flipping around, that's that peg that I was talking to you about. That's the female end on the hand itself. Now zooming in, or zooming out. I love how I call the exact opposite of what I'm doing. There's one accessory that I want to look at before the Leo sword. This does have the ability to extend that ladder like I showed you guys, but you could also swap that for this blade, which is really cool. Alright, so let's do a little something here with the little bit of waist articulation I got. And it stinks because when it comes to this, you know, you're going to want to put at least 1 foot forward, this and that. Oh yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. In the backpack, pegs and slides. There's that. Alright, now removing that. Putting this back in. And then with the sword, you gotta push the peg out on one side through the other. So let me then try it this way. There we go. So now you got the peg up on the sword. Open the hand. I showed you where the female end is on the other hand. So let's move that thumb down. Just wrap the fingers around. Boom. Boom. And we're just going to switch. Oh, we're cheating. Switch where the legs are. Put that one front. This one more back. Ugh, I wish these could drop. I don't want to break it here, but we're going to do what we can. Let's move this back some so we have it all. Boom. Let's get the box out of the way. There we go. Alright, and here it is with the Infinity Cannon attached to it. Again, the Infinity Cannon, it comes with power Dagwon, as well as the pieces that attach to the hip skirts in order to carry this. Now, there is an adapter piece that goes in the back of the Infinity Cannon in case you want to connect it to the stand for additional support, but honestly, it holds it just fine on its own. I mean, yeah. It's a cool look. I like that they make the weapons cross-compatible for each other and stuff like that. If you notice on the Power Dagwon review, it came with additional hands so that it can hold the Leo sword that comes with Fire Dagwon as well. It's neat. Alright, and just for the sake of comparison, here's Power Dagwon, here's Fire Dagwon, both Sentinel, both Metamor-Force. Okay? And they combine together, of course, to become Super Fire Dagwon, as we'll look at in the next review here. But yeah, just want to give you guys a side-by-side. Plenty of pictures of them together and stuff like that will be on the full written review and gallery on kumastyle.com, of course. But yeah, pretty neat duo. Even though you don't see them working together in the cartoon, really. Once he switches over to Fire Shovel, yeah, Fire Jumbo really only appears to do that combination anymore. So yeah, still pretty neat. And final thoughts on Sentinel's Metamor-Force, Fire Dagwon from the series Command of Braves Dagwon. Honestly, it's incredible. When it comes to comparing it to Power Dagwon, I don't take this as like a good to bad comparison. It's a good to great, actually really good to great comparison. Fire Dagwon is it. And even though I liked Power Dagwon and Fire Shovel better in the anime, man, as a toy, as a product, Sentinel absolutely killed it with this thing. It's incredible when it comes to the look, when it comes to the build, when it comes to the gimmicks. It is 10s all the way around. Yeah, I recommend both, but if you have to choose one, definitely go ahead and get Fire Dagwon. I love what they're doing with the Brave series mecha. I was really disappointed at their Super Robot Wars SRX set, but it feels like since then they've gotten whatever they need to get together, and they have been making really, really good, solid, well-articulated, just sturdy, quality stuff. This is the Sentinel that got me into it in like 2014, 2015, man. So, and I have that feeling now. Like when I first started collecting their products to where I was like, F Transformers, I want no part of them. Super Robots, let me watch all the series, this, then, the other again. Man, this thing is good, and I will tell you guys, I've had it for months, and as I review it, I've gotten even more respect for it. So yeah, this has been another Kuma Style review. Stay tuned for the written review and gallery on kumastyle.com. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this product in the comments, and I will see you next time. Until then, stay well, stay safe.